Good morning. Coach JB, the top health and mindset coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. Now, I'm the guy that comes to you and shares with you information to connect the dots. And as you look at a pandemic this way, there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. And I teach people the game so they can't be played. And I always share with you is don't believe a word I say. What I'm trying and working to do is to teach you how to fish. As Jesus said, you give a man a fish he will eat for a day. You teach a man or woman how to fish, they will eat for a lifetime. I am a follower of God and the life of Jesus. I am non-religious. I accept every single human being as they are. I love you, whoever you are, whoever you like, whatever you do. I love you. It's not my job to judge you. It is my job to love you. Now, if you don't like that, then I'm probably not the person to follow. But if you do like that, can you like, subscribe, comment? Everything you need is down in the description below. Make sure you follow me on Instagram before they ban me off every single platform. And if they do, I'm going to keep raising my internal vibration so high that you'll find me anyway. So it really doesn't matter because I'm divinely protected by God. All right, let me get off my soapbox. Let's kick it off. As you can tell, I got a lot of energy. Now, yes, I'm in the crypto space. Yes, I'm a crypto dude, right? And people are like, oh, this guy just came on the scene with crypto. Well, I just didn't talk about it. I haven't been talking about it. I run a Warrior Academy where I teach mind, body, and immunity. And through divine direction, God shared with me that I should be sharing my crypto portfolio with my warriors, and that's what I do. So I'm not new to the crypto space, nor am I new to banking. So what's my history? I spent 12 years in banking, became an executive banker, moved up into vice president, went to executive banking school, CBA, executive banking school, got a certificate in banking, and I know how to scale banks from the ground up. And when I learned the banking system, I left. And so I have a very deep knowledge of banking. That's why I wanted to share this. Now, I'm going to tie this back to cryptocurrency, right? Because that's what I teach within my Warrior Academy. But also, I'm giving you a different perspective. There's some amazing YouTubers out there you should check out. Digital Asset Investors, solid. DIY Investing, The Bearable Bull, he's badass. Kevin Cage, Big Boy Crypto, he's hilarious. Those are the top ones. Oh, Blockchain Backer. Those are the top ones that I learned a lot from, okay? But I don't just take people's information and take it as the holy grail. I do my own research. Now, I take a completely different perspective. I'm going to show you a bunch of really boring shit. A lot of YouTubers are going to come on and be like, oh, price prediction, you're going to be rich, And a lot of you are focused on getting rich. Now, here's the thing. If you're just focused on making money, you're going to get crushed in the marketplace. You are always going to lose because this isn't about money. Money isn't even real. Money is energy. Money is vibration. When you learn to invest as a real, true investor of buying a company and understanding you're investing in the infrastructure of that company and the real world solve, that's when you become a true investor. The way that I do my crypto investments is I am fundamental in every single cryptocurrency that I purchase. I understand I'm buying the company. So I'm going to give you a different perspective. And I'm going to share with you what's going on in the world, and I'm going to share with you the cryptos that I think are going to be changing the world, okay? So let's first start. Now, the thing we have to understand is this stuff is really boring. All this stuff I'm about to show you is super, super boring. That's why you're not paying attention to it, warriors. We are like squirrels, like that show, squirrel, right? We don't pay attention. The human attention span is 5 seconds. We're like goldfish now. In the 80s, we had about a 30-minute attention span. But here's the thing, warriors. In 1980, when Tide said they were the best detergent, you had to believe it. Now you have all this info. You have a smartphone. You have all this stuff at your fingertips. And why we're so distracted is because we're watching the WAP video as there's a big old narrative going on. And I'm going to break it all down for you guys. So we know we had a presidential election last week, and whether you like it or not, or whether you love it or not, or whatever side you're on, it doesn't matter. Remember, it's not left. It's not right. Whoever controls the money controls the information. Whoever controls the information can control the people. It has nothing to do with who's your president. Just so you know, I'm about to break down the monetary system and who is actually pulling the strings and how you can be involved in it and build generational wealth for your family. You guys ready for the journey? Okay, if you make it all the way to the end, comment Warriors Rise because you're a true warrior. And don't cheat. Don't you fast forward through the video. And send this to your friends and family. Help us grow our YouTube channel and get this information out to more people before they shut us down. All right, so I'm going to show you this right quick. Unlisted. How did I get this video? Oh, that's a trip. Anyways, that's really cool. Okay, so this is the World Economic Forum. I just noticed it's unlisted, but I have the video. That's really weird. Okay, so World Economic Forum. This stuff's boring. So this is Ying Zheng, the governor of the Central Bank of China. I want you to listen to what he says. And I'm going to show you the first thing that Biden did right when he got into office. And then I'm going to show you Biden's speech. And then I'm going to show you what him and Jeff Bezos, what they just signed. And I'm going to show you the things that they're doing very quickly as they move us into the fourth industrial revolution. Just so you know, Warrior, you are moving into the fourth industrial revolution, and I'm going to show you. Because this stuff is boring, right? You just want to hear that you're going to make a ton of money in crypto. Well, you got to know the game, so you can't be played. Let's go.
And affordability of vaccines in developing countries. Second, I want to say a little bit about China's economic and financial development under the COVID-19. Last year, China GDP, as you mentioned, the last quarter of last year grew at about 6.5%. For the whole year last year, China GDP grew by 2.3%. Consumer price index is 2.5%, and the unemployment rate last year is about 5.6%, which is lower than 6%, the expectation. As of the end of last year, renminbi appreciate against the US dollar about 7%. People's Bank of China.
Okay, so this is important to understand. Let me decode this, okay? So basically, America got crushed in our GDP, worse than the Great Depression. And you got China was thriving last year during the C word, right? Their unemployment doing better than expected. They just said their dollar appreciated over the US dollar. Your cash is trash, Warriors.
Injected more than 9 trillion renminbi, which is equivalent to 1.5 trillion US dollar liquidity into the market last year. And they also launched 2 targeted facilities to support micro and small businesses. At the end of December, broad money M2 grew about 10.1%, and the total social finance grew about 13%. So that's particularly the market condition is pretty sound. The monetary policy will continue.
So you have to ask yourself a question. Why is China thriving so much? Tech. America is like a choo-choo train. I don't know if it's a narrative, but there is a Wizard of Oz behind the thing. That's what I'm saying, guys. It's not Democrat nor Republican. There's a narrative that we're players in this play. We can't see the play, but we're trying to pull back the curtain.
Continue to prompting up the economy, but at the same time, we'll also watch for the risks. One risk is the macro leverage ratio of China increased somewhat last year. The second risk is non-performing loan start to growing, and also we also look at the external risk, which is look at the capital flow situation. Looking forward, I think our monetary policy will continue, and we will keep a dedicated balance between supporting economic recovery at the same time preventing risk. We will ensure that policy are consistent and stable, and will not exit from supporting policy prematurely. You asked the prediction for this year. I think that will largely depend on the assumption on the COVID-19 trend. My large probability prediction is that this year, Chinese GDP will grow more or less along the potential growth level. That is more or less resuming to the normal trend. And third, and lastly, I want to mention green finance.
Okay, so this is important before we move on. It's going to be a long video. So he just predicted what's going to happen. How did he predict what's going to happen? Just think about this stuff, Warriors. Who's pulling the curtain strings? Okay, now this is really, really important for you in understanding crypto and where we're heading.
The COVID-19 crisis once again highlights the importance of harmony between man and nature. It also reminds us the imminent risk of climate change. Yesterday, President Xi reiterated that China, they are going to achieve peak carbon emission before 2030. And
that date keeps coming up. 2030, the World Economic Forum said you will own nothing. They're going to achieve carbon neutral by 2030.
Carbon neutrality before 2060.
Okay, so before 20, that's in our lifetime, warriors.
People's Bank of China, which is the central bank of China, stand ready to support this climate commitment through better resources allocation and risk management and market-based pricing by putting in place a green financial system. The system.
Boom, green financial system. That ain't your U.S. dollar, it ain't your clunky ass dollar.
Will include 5 pillars, namely, first, the system of green financial standard. Second, supervision and disclosure requirements for green financial institutions. Third, incentive and credit support for emission reduction. Fourth, the market of green finance products such as green loan, green bonds, and carbon futures.
Boom! Crypto, baby! Okay, now check this out. Do you think a mom and pop organization like a little company like ours is going to be able to go carbon neutral? These companies, everybody's going to have to do the reporting. It's going to get expensive to run a small business. Okay, that was really boring, right? So I'm going to do the research for you guys. Did you really want to watch that? It's all choppy, right? These are things you have to listen to, warriors. They're signaling cryptocurrency, blockchain. It's already here. It's not like it's like we're waiting for it. It's here, but you're just not hearing about it. Your barber's telling you that, you know, they're giving your opinion on Biden and Trump and blah, blah, blah. It's like, and as there's a whole nother narrative going on, okay? So one of the first things President Biden did, Paris Climate Agreement. So accepted on behalf of the United States of America. Joseph R. Biden, Jr., President of the United States, having seen and considered the Paris Agreement done at Paris December 12, 2015. So President Trump had removed us from the Paris Agreement. The first thing that Biden did was put us right back into the Paris Agreement. That is a Green Deal, zero carbon by 2050. Okay? So President Biden signed executive order to strengthen Buy American. Okay, this came out yesterday. He did a briefing on this. President Biden to sign executive order to strengthen to Buy American provisions to ensure futures of America is made in America by all American workers. Okay, so now let's listen to what he says. Listen to the key words.
This hasn't happened before. It will happen now. Here's what else we're going to be doing. Under the Build Back Better Recovery Plan, we'll invest hundreds of billions of dollars in buying American products and materials to modernize our infrastructure, and our competitive strength will increase in a competitive world. That means millions of good-paying jobs using American-made steel and technology to rebuild our roads, our bridges, our ports, and to make them more climate resilient, as well as make them able to move faster and cheaper and cleaner to transport American-made goods across the...
More resilient, greener, faster. Think about supply chain management. V-chain, hint, V-chain, cryptocurrency.
Country and around the world, making us more competitive. It also means replenishing our stockpiles to enhance our national security. As this pandemic has made clear, we can never again be in a position we have to rely on a foreign country that doesn't share our interest in order to protect our people during a national emergency. We need to make our own protective equipment, essential products and supplies. And we'll work with our allies to make sure they have resilient supply chains as well. We'll also make historic investments in research and development, hundreds of billions of dollars, to sharpen America's innovative edge in markets where global leadership is up for grabs. Markets like battery technology, artificial...
I just invested in a company that... No, I'm not going to go there.
Artificial intelligence, biotechnology, clean energy. The federal government also...
There you go, warriors. I mean, it's everywhere. They're literally giving you the secret code. Okay, this was yesterday. Executives from Jeff Bezos to Ford Motor Company, Bill Ford, tell Joe Biden, fighting climate change means job creation. More than 150 world leaders, including Amazon Jeff Bezos, Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff, and Ford Motor Company Executive Chairman Bill Ford, signed an open letter to President Biden to pledge their support to the new administration goals to combat climate change. Warriors, wake up. It's coming really, really fast. Okay, so I'm going to bring you back to the Rothschilds and their conversation. Okay, this is the Rothschilds conversation. I want you to listen to what they say, this short clip, and I promise I'll get you guys off this video.
The seaside being ruined, just undermining life.
Everything. And in a way, Corona has slightly, I'm afraid, eclipsed the importance of this conversation. No one's saying Corona isn't incredibly devastating, but actually we do need to think long term about the planet.
Yeah, and it's a distraction, well, more than a distraction, it's a tragedy, but it does have that.
Oh, it's a distraction. They say it right there to you. Oh, well, we're going to continue going. Okay, Warriors, so we saw what the Chinese governor talked about. Okay, we talked about Paris climate change, so Biden going right into it. The big dogs, Jeff Bezos, Ford Motor Company, the people controlling our economy. That's actually the talking heads that control the economy. And then we're going to go right into the Great Reset, new video that they created that I went over already. And then we're going to show you, you're probably wondering, well, how do I get rich during this, JB? Stop focusing on being rich. Focus on building generational wealth and understanding the foundation is all about God's consciousness, bringing you back to your higher self, and you'll never need money because it will just flow to you.
Radically change the world as we know it. And the actions we take today as we work to recover will define our generation.
Now is the time to think what history will say about this crisis.
2020 has been challenging on a lot of levels, as economic, environmental and societal frailties have been laid bare. But it's also proved that when we need to, we can act rapidly and restructure our lives.
Recovery from the pandemic is an opportunity.
Let me ask you a question. When we need to or when you're forced to?
We can see rays of hope in the form of a vaccine, but there is no vaccine for the planet. Nature needs a bailout.
You don't want to go back to the status quo that you had before simply because it was the status quo that got us here.
With everything falling apart, we can reshape the world in ways we couldn't before, ways that better address so many of the challenges we face. And that's why so many are calling for a great reset. A great reset? That sounds more like buzzword bingo masking some nefarious plan for world domination. Hands up, this kind of slogan hasn't gone down well. But all we really want to say is that we all have an opportunity to build a better world. And it's not surprising that people who've been disenfranchised by a broken system and pushed even further by the pandemic will
Okay, so you can go watch this video. It's their new video. So basically what they're doing, I did a video on this yesterday. I'll link it down below. Think about that. Why do they have to tell us? You guys know it's not some sinister plan. They actually, where do you hide something in plain sight, okay? So here's the World Economic Forum. Now I'm going to keep bringing you back to their partners. Now, why am I bringing this up about the cryptocurrency space wars? How many different people, world leaders, do you have to hear the word climate change to understand where we're headed? Now, why is this so unbelievably important? Because the biggest shift in generational wealth is happening right now. As you're looking this way, there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. And you got some guy with a cutoff shirt and a tinfoil hat investing in the future of our ecosystem and allowing our warriors to bring money back to the people so that we can support each other and help each other, so we can bring it back to a new type of love, which is God's consciousness, and the money is just vibration and energy, okay? So it's not going against anybody. It's shit. They're playing a game. Let's get involved in the game, and let's bring the money back to the people. Now, this is World Economic Forum, and let's show you who they're partnered with, okay? Now, we have a big Ripple. Oh, there's Ripple. Shoot. Boom. There we go. There they are. There they are. There's many different other partners. Let's see here. We got the Rothschilds are partners of investors, I guess, if we want to call that. Well, I'm going to get you guys off this. It's been about 19 minutes, and there's probably like 2 of you left. I'm just messing with you guys' words. Well, if you made it this long, as you can tell, I got a lot of energy. So I'm just sharing with you guys the information to make an informed decision. Don't trust the tinfoil hat guy. Learn how to research warriors. What I'm doing is I'm giving you a fishing pole. I'm showing the information. This stuff I love to research. It's because of my history, it's because of my understanding, and it gives me extreme value and extreme joy to bring this information to you guys, because some of you might make an informed decision and learn how to invest in the new infrastructure of our world. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. Down below, if you can join our Warrior Academy, we go over my crypto portfolio every single Thursday. Every time it changes, I send it to all the warriors. We have a crypto Discord of over 400 warriors worldwide. We also have a 120-day challenge. You work out with me live daily, nutrition, mindset, subconscious mind, understanding economics. It is a comprehensive program. I am not a financial advisor. None of it's financial advice. I'm just being honest as hell and documenting my journey in the quantum financial system in the fourth industrial revolution. And you also have a team of people that you can ask questions to. That's all I got, Warriors. Have a great day. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share this video with a friend. Help us out. Get us out there so we can save the world. Warriors, rise.